Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Close your legs to married men. Close your legs to married men.
Close your legs to married men. Close your legs to married men, trash box.
So our girl, Miss Kim Zolciak-biermann, has been accused yet again of opening her legs to married men. And if you know Kim, she ain't messing with no broke man. Kim always chooses the high rollers. This time it's Kyle Mowitz, whose net worth is estimated in the hundreds of millions. He's an entrepreneur with major holdings in real estate, sustainable energy, and co-founded companies managing billions in assets. So why is all of this important? Well, I'll tell you, because Kim has officially been subpoenaed and forced into a legal deposition, meaning she must answer questions under oath in Kyle's bitter divorce, where his estranged wife, Jillian Green, is accusing him of funneling money, gifts, trips, and possible romantic benefits to Kim and other women while married. The subpoena demands Kim to hand over receipts, and I mean everything. Text messages, emails, DMs, social media messages with Kyle, financial gifts or trips he allegedly paid for, any credit cards Kyle gave her access to, and even communications involving her own husband, Kroy Biermann. Kim's lawyers are already fighting back, saying this subpoena is harassing, humiliating, and a fishing expedition. You already know we're going to get into this and so much more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now let's get back into it. So on or about Saturday, September 20th, 2025, Kimberly Marie Zolciak was served with the civil subpoena for deposition, which is also known as the subpoena, which included correspondence from respondents' counsel and a document labeled Exhibit A, collectively the service packet. So without reading all of that to you, Kim didn't get a phone call, she didn't get an email, she was served in public at her son's football game. Now her lawyer is furious. Again, he's calling it humiliating, harassing, and completely unnecessary, and they immediately filed a motion to quash or trying to stop the deposition and protect her from being publicly exposed. Now, according to TMZ, Kyle and Kim are definitely a couple, and they've been dating since around spring 2025, around April or May. Sources say that Kyle separated from Jillian, his wife, in March, so there's no cheating that occurred from either party, but Kim and Kyle are supposedly very happy together and the relationship is very serious. Now, Kim and Kroy's divorce is still active and currently locked under strict confidentiality in Cobb County, Georgia. The case is sealed by the judge, meaning that the public cannot access financial records, custody battle details, or other filings. This is because their split reportedly involved serious financial trouble, accusations of gambling, tax issues, and Kroy fighting for full custody of their minor children. Kim fought to have everything sealed to keep her personal business out of the media, which is why this new subpoena from the Mowitz divorce is dangerous. It directly mentions Kroy and could potentially force her to expose private information from her own sealed divorce case. Okay, so let's get back to Kyle and Jillian and how all of this ties together. So they've been married since 2017 and the two have 2 young children together. But the important thing to remember is Jillian is not coming at Kim like you stole my man. Jillian's fight is financial. According to her court filing, Kyle has been laying it low and spreading it wide long before Kim, and her real issue is that he's trying to leave her financially stranded. Kyle's position, he's basically telling the court that Jillian is an able-bodied woman who can get a job and make her own money. But here's where things get shady. In her counterclaim, Jillian accuses Kyle of secretly creating a $100 million family trust in 2021 while allegedly cheating and already plotting for a divorce. And this trust, she claims only he has control over it, and he funneled money, the majority of their marital assets, into it right before filing for divorce. That move, if proven, is calculated asset hiding. But Kyle fired back, saying Jillian is the one who had an affair, flipping the entire story back on her. So Jillian is like, I know you ain't giving this new blonde wig wearing chick all the money and not me, and I done had 2 babies and been dealing with your shit. So her requests from Kim are as follows. any and all documents reflecting communication between you and Kyle Mowitz, including any such communications that include a third party. So they over there sneaking and creeping trying to contact each other through third parties. Any and all documents reflecting communications between you and Joanna Rochon, including any communications regarding payment for service or employment and communication concerning Kyle Mowitz, Jillian Green, their children, or their divorce. Any and all communications between you and any third party that refer in any way to Kyle Mowitz, Jillian Green, their children, or their divorce. Any and all social media postings, photos, comments, or messages that concern or pertain in any way to Kyle Mowitz, regardless of whether he is identified by name. Any and all documents of gifts Mr. Mowitz or any business in which he is connected has given to you. Any and all documents regarding or pertaining to your financial relationship with Kyle Mowitz, including but not limited to gifts given to or received from Kyle, expenses paid on your behalf by Mr. Mowitz or any business in which he is connected, monies loaned to you and monies paid to you by Mr. Mowitz or any of the businesses with which he is connected. Any and all documents regarding travel with or including Mr. Mowitz, including the travel arrangements, itinerary, where you stayed, and the payment of all expenses associated with travel. All documentation of any gifts you have given to Mr. Mowitz, all documentation to your communication with Cade Leonard, all documentation of your communication with Jenny Doyle, any and all documents regarding or related to any and all contact between Kroy Biermann and Kyle Mowitz, documentation of all credit card purchases charged on credit cards furnished by or paid on your behalf by Kyle Mowitz or any business in which he has an interest. Now, Kim was prepared to give Jillian information, but now that things have gotten out of hand and her name is exposed, this changes things, and Kim's attorneys feel like Jillian is doing the absolute most. Now, the Daily Mail has this big bombshell calling Kyle Kim Zolciak's new billionaire boyfriend, and Kim, who's been fighting for her own public financial storm, allegedly leveled up to billionaire status. However, there's a betrayal twist. Multiple reports say that Kroy Biermann, Kim's estranged husband, has met privately with Jillian Green, the other man's wife. Whispers are that Kroy may be feeding Jillian information not out of loyalty to Kim, but out of revenge and spite stemming from his own hostile divorce battle with Kim. Jillian, the soon-to-be ex-wife, claimed that Kroy Biermann contacted her and warned her that Zolciak would try to drain him financially for every penny that he has, and she has a serious gambling problem. Kim has allegedly also been using this man's credit card to pay for Instacart groceries. He also claims that Kim is a narcissist who's never around her children. Green also said that Biermann told her that he had sat outside of Mowitz's home, but she didn't fear that he would try to do anything to harm him. But why was you out there, my dude? So they didn't have court on the 15th. Kim is fighting hard to stop the subpoena because she did originally offer to privately cooperate, but only under strict confidentiality agreement, so her name and details wouldn't be exposed to the public. But since Jillian went on and did her own thing, Kim is still asking the judge to quash the subpoena or at minimum force the confidentiality order, arguing that Jillian went back on her earlier agreement and is now trying to embarrass and expose her instead of handling it discreetly as she promised. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about this mess going on with Kim not closing her legs to married men? Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Once again, thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of our new episodes.